Welcome back to Second Take. It's us again. It's casual Sunday today. I'm wearing my Texas shirt. Y'all know I always have to rep my lovely school. How are you, Armand? What's up over there?
Doing well. It's a casual Sunday wearing my swag crew neck, representing my organization at school. It's a good day today. I want to announce the launch of Second Take's Facebook page that Joe created this weekend. You guys can get up-to-date news about Second Take there, so I hope you guys like it. You better like it. You don't have a choice. If you like us, then you'll like our Facebook page.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Yes, we're trying to expand a little bit, so we do have our Facebook page. I believe it's the same as our YouTube address, and we do have a YouTube channel. My mom just figured that out, which is youtube.com/secondtake2 and facebook.com/secondtake2 with the number 2, not the word. So, go ahead and like us, subscribe, whatever it is you do on these networks. We're going to dive right in. I remember last weekend we were talking about the World Cup final, and let's tell you what happened. It ended up going to overtime, as I predicted, because I knew the World Cup wouldn't end without us getting another overtime. Germany ended up winning 1-0. Argentina did not play their best game. At one point in overtime, Messi had a free kick, and he missed it very badly. Just went flying over the net. No way that was going in. Very uncharacteristic of him. Seems when these big games are coming, it messes with these guys' heads. We saw it with Brazil. It happened again with Argentina. It was a good game. It's sad to see the World Cup end. Sports are a lot more boring now because we have no more soccer to watch.
Yeah, it was a really tight game. Came right down to the wire. Argentina did not play their best soccer. There was a lot of pressure on them. It's a championship game. There's always going to be a lot of pressure on teams playing in those type of games. But Lionel Messi was playing for more than just championship. There was speculation that if he won, he would have been considered the greatest soccer player ever. He did not do that. He seemed really disappointed at the end. He got his medal. His head was down the whole time. He ended up taking his medal off. So it was definitely rough for him and the entire team. Germany was on it. And like I predicted, Germany did win. They're a great soccer country, great soccer team. So you can definitely look for them to be pretty dominant in the next World Cup as well. But overall, great World Cup experience.
And it's cool because we lost to Germany 1-0. So it's kind of like we were in the World Cup final, if you think of it that way. We were good enough to be in the final. So yeah. We're good as Argentina. Go USA. All right, I really don't want to talk about this, but let's talk about the home run derby. I know y'all saw my boy Yasiel Puig did not have his best derby per se. He got nothing, no home runs. Pretty sure he was one of the first to do that. So I don't know what happened. My theory is he saw Fidel Castro in the stands, got freaked out, couldn't hit the ball. My theory, I don't know. It could just be he was having one of those days. It happens. Or he wanted to let some other guys shine. Yasiel is very kind like that. I'm sure that was the reason. Either way, I don't care to talk about it. It was bad for me. I don't know what happened. I can't.
I'm sorry for your loss, Jillian. Yoenis Cespedes took his second straight home run derby. He had a great showing in the finals. He hit 9 home runs to Todd Frazier's 1 home run, so clear victor there. Home run derby's fun. Not super exciting, but it's cool to see some of your favorite players just smacking home runs consecutively. A lot of them. Fun for the kids out there catching in the outfield. But then we had the All-Star game, which the American League won 5-3. My boy Mike Trout got MVP. He played well. The American League played well. It was Derek Jeter's last All-Star game. Great to see that. There was some speculation that one of the pitchers for the National League was throwing him easy pitches so that Derek Jeter could get some easy hits to have a good last All-Star game. Derek Jeter can hit pretty well on his own. I don't really think he needs anyone throwing him easy pitches, but
I'm almost offended by that rumor. How can you even talk about the captain like that? Saying he needed easy pitches? It's Derek Jeter. I promise you he can hit it. So no, it's nothing about easy pitches. It wasn't another emotional All-Star game for us Yankees fans. Last year was Mariano Rivera's last All-Star game. It's just getting tougher and tougher for us, but it's hard to be a Yankee fan, except for the fact we won yesterday. So So little victories here. Also, we announced that CC Sabathia was rumored to be done for the season, and that is confirmed now. He's getting season-ending surgery this week on the 23rd. So that's no more CC for us. Seems like we've racked up quite a few injuries this year.
Yeah, it's a tough time to be a Yankee fan with everything going on. It's been a tough past couple seasons, honestly. Missing the playoffs, not going far in the playoffs, losing Posada, losing Rivera, Cano. Now we're gonna lose Jeter, and then just the injury bug just can't seem to leave us alone. But things are looking up for us with the wins we've got lately. Brett Gardner's been stepping it up. A lot of different guys have been stepping it up. So it's tough to be a Yankee fan, but we just continue to persevere, and we believe in our greatness.
I couldn't have said it better myself. We are still waiting to see Derek Jeter's last season. He is having his last game. His retirement ceremony is September 7th. I bet you those tickets are skyrocketing prices, but if you're in New York, it's worth it to see that. I wish I could be there. It's going to be something great. So let's talk a little basketball because it's free agency, so that's fun, right? Luol Deng signed with the Heat. Heat seem to be fine. They lost LeBron, but they've gotten a lot of other people back. Dwayne Wade came back. Chris Bosh already talked about his contract. Pick up Luol Deng. Not too bad. The Bulls amnestied Carlos Boozer, and now he is on the Lakers. Interesting pickup for us Laker fans. I really didn't think much of it. I just thought it was kind of a little random. But Lakers know what they're doing. I have faith in my team. And Kobe Bryant even said he is a fan of these off-season moves. So if Kobe's happy, I'm happy. So I guess I'm happy.
Yeah, as for the Miami Heat picking up Luol Deng, that's a pretty solid pickup for them. LeBron was a great all-around player for them, obviously, on the offensive side and defensive side. Luol Deng can score very well. He's also a great defender. So the Heat will be okay. They're definitely not going to be as great as they were the past 4 seasons, but they'll definitely be a playoff team. I mean, it's the Eastern Conference, so it's pretty easy to sneak in the playoffs. All you need is like 30 wins now, maybe like 40, but regardless.
And the teams you have to beat are nothing. That's always been my complaint. We've already had this conversation, how I feel about the Eastern Conference. And so now maybe we'll have 3 good teams. Oh, another one is Lance Stevenson. For a while he was rumored to go to the Lakers. I don't know what ever came of that, but now he's on the Charlotte Hornets. Is that what they're called now?
Yeah.
They're changing their name all the time now. But that's his new home. We'll see if he's blowing in anyone's ear there. I don't know. It's going to be weird without seeing him on the Pacers. I don't think the Pacers are going to struggle without him. I think Paul George still got it going on. I think they're still going to be a solid team. I wouldn't be worried about it. Maybe the Eastern Conference has 3 dominant teams this year. Maybe it's something new. Not having too much faith in the Knicks because we've seen this dance before. Another thing that's going on is we talked about this a little bit last week, but the Cavs said that they are willing to trade Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. Last weekend, Anthony discussed that it just wouldn't even be fair. And that's so true. It's basically building a powerhouse. And it should be illegal, but if this were to happen, this would be a very dangerous Cavaliers team. We know Kevin Love is a veteran player, way older than a majority of the players on that team, more experience than them, of course. But everyone thought the Cavs would be holding on to Andrew Wiggins, and I've said this before, you can't have too much faith in someone you just signed. They are rookies. They are young. You have no idea if their talent from college is going to translate to the NBA. These are 2 very different games. We see this in the NFL all the time. College stars being nothing in the NFL and vice versa. So it's I understand where they're going with that, but I don't think it's a fair pickup for the rest of the teams in the NBA for this to happen. Yep. I mean, that being said, Kevin Love, come on over to the Lakers. I'll take that. I'm okay with that. But don't go to the Cavs.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And the Timberwolves actually realized that they can't put their faith in a draft pick, as they expressed they're not willing to pick up Wiggins for Kevin Love. They'd rather pick up Klay Thompson from the Warriors and give up Kevin Love because Klay Thompson's a bit more established as he's actually played in the NBA for a couple seasons. So the Timberwolves are willing to put their faith in him rather than Andrew Wiggins. And to be quite honest, if the T-Wolves lose Kevin Love, they're not going to have anyone. Rubio, he gets hurt for most of the season. Kevin Martin, he's good, but he's not a star. You can't really put the team in his hands. They really don't have anyone else. At least if they get Klay Thompson, they'll have a good player who can put up points for them, and they can get some wins. But with Andrew Wiggins, there's just no guarantee that he'll be great for them, and he'll essentially be the best player on that team when he gets there. But for the best player, what?
He'll instantly be the best player on that team, and yeah, that's cool. But as you said, you cannot put all your eggs in this basket. It's a rookie. He's what, 19 years old?
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, and Kevin Love is the Timberwolves. That is all they have, like you said. I mean, that is their claim to fame. The only reason people ever care about the Timberwolves is to see Kevin Love. Does he deserve to be on a better team? Absolutely. Is it fair for him to go to a team with LeBron James? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that there should be other teams really pursuing Kevin Love harder, because I don't want to see him end up on the Cavs. If the Cavs are already looking like they're going to be pretty good, I don't think they'll win a championship next season, but they're definitely a contender. But if they pick up Kevin Love, then they'll more than likely be in the finals. I don't think the Cavs could beat the Spurs though. So it
would change the game completely. Picking up Kevin Love, that's just a more dominant player on that team. Because we've said this before, the Cavs have potential, but they're too young. I mean, LeBron's the oldest player on that team. And LeBron's not even that old. He's like, what, 31? So it's just it wouldn't be right. I don't think that they could beat the Spurs, because built versus bought, man. Spurs are a good team. It's just the way it is, especially because they have the same people returning. It's going to be the exact same game as this year. So it just wouldn't be fair. I mean, I don't even know if the Cavs have enough cap space to even pick up Kevin Love, because I know he's looking for money, but I don't think they have that cap space. I mean, they're spending a ton of money on LeBron to keep him happy, even though he's still not the highest paid player in the NBA. He's still getting $40 million over 2 years. So I don't know if they have enough to afford Kevin Love, because Kevin Love is going to want a similar contract, maybe not 40, maybe $35 million over 2 years, something in that area. So hopefully it doesn't happen for the sake of fairness, but you never know with the NBA anymore.
Yeah, no, the Cavs have actually talked about different packages they would have to put together to pick up Kevin Love. There's been talks about Dion Waiters going to the T-Wolves, Tristan Thompson, Anthony Bennett. So, yeah, the Cavs they would definitely have to give up a lot to pick up Kevin Love, because they don't have the money to be paying him, Kyrie Irving, and LeBron. So, yeah, they would definitely be losing a lot. But, I mean, obviously that would be a good pickup for them, so I'm sure they'll be willing to give up all those players for him.
But I don't want y'all to do it, so don't do it. We want to talk a little bit about the ESPYs. We've never really discussed the ESPYs, because most people never know when they're coming on. They just kind of show up, and you're like, oh, okay, the ESPYs are on tonight. I am very anti-ESPYs, and people don't get that, because I love sports. Why would I hate the ESPYs? And it's because I feel it makes a mockery of the sport. Why do we need an award ceremony? Every sport has its own awards. You get an MVP, you get a comeback player or whatever, you get a national, some form of a championship, you get an MVP of that championship game. We have enough awards per sport. Every sport has it. So what is the point of us giving more awards? Like, do these players really care about this ESPY they're getting? I understand it means, it's like, oh, that's nice. Like, people think I'm great like this. But does it mean that much? I know Peyton Manning won, like, Player of the Year or something like that. And I'm sure he thought that was very nice, but I think he would have rather have a Super Bowl ring. So does that mean too much? I don't think so. I think the ESPYs are a nice little idea. People say it brings light to other sports that don't get as much credit, and that's not true at all, because you look at who wins stuff, and it's still the dominant sports. Every single time you see the names you know, it's nothing new. This year was actually very entertaining. Armand's favorite person, Drake, hosted and actually was hilarious. So this was more of a comedy show for me this year. I didn't even watch the awards parts. I just watched the skits. But, yeah, I mean, if you won an ESPY, congrats. But my favorite part was Stuart Scott. Stuart Scott won the Jimmy V Award, and it was a beautiful speech, beautiful video. Everything about that was amazing. The rest of the awards show, I didn't really care much for it.
Yeah, I can absolutely understand your sentiments about the ESPYS. I think it's just more of an entertainment thing. Like it brings all the sports together. We have NBA players being compared to NFL players and soccer players, so it's kind of just to determine who was the best athlete out of all sports. Like it put like Kevin Durant and Peyton Manning in the same categories and all that. And then it talks about like the best plays of the year. Show Damian Lillard's shot, and then Chris Davis's 109-yard return. So that's a pretty cool aspect of it. I can definitely understand where you're coming from.
But for the best play of the year, the thing that made me upset is one of the things in the running was some female golfer hit an amazing putt. It was like a 30-foot putt or something, and she didn't win. That was cool. So it's like the people you expect to win still win. Of course, Chris Davis was gonna win it, or it was gonna be Damian Lillard. Like it was gonna be one of the two. But I had a feeling it was gonna be that return because yes, Damian Lillard's shot was awesome, but that touchdown return, ooh, that was amazing. But it's the same type of thing. If you're comparing football, basketball to any other sport, football or basketball is going to win. And so I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like a cute idea in theory. Seems like what it seems to be to me.
Yeah, no, you're completely right about that. I think if they could do something to make the ESPYs more entertaining, I don't know what, but something needs to be done to make them a little more relevant because it's. I mean, you could easily go without watching the ESPYs and like your life would be fine.
Why do we need the ESPYs?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. But Drake and Blake Griffin were just absolutely hysterical. Brown coming out as Blake's surgeon assistant or whatever, that was hilarious. Drake debuted 2 songs, honorable mention and side pieces. Those were absolutely hilarious. Drake is just the man. I think that he stole the show. He deserved every award that was given out, and that was definitely the highlight of the ESPYs for me. I hope that he hosts next year too because he did a phenomenal job.
I can't lie. I was like, why is Drake hosting the ESPYs? When I found out, he was hilarious. I mean, absolutely hilarious. I mean, he kept us rolling, honestly, the entire time. If you didn't get to see it, go to YouTube. Check him out. Check out the little videos he did. Him and Blake Griffin, hilarious. Blake Griffin is a very funny person, a hilarious character, and there were some Donald Sterling jokes. It was hilarious. They did. I was cracking up. As you said, he did debut these 2 songs, pissed a few people off, but it was very funny. I think Drake did a great job. That's probably the most, memorable part of the ESPYs. No one's gonna remember who won what, but that was very funny. Drake did a great job. ESPYs, I don't see a point for you yet. I don't think we need an award show.
Yeah, one other thing that was pretty funny was the Lance Stevenson, what was it, the kiss cam? Was it the blow cam? Something like that? Lance cam. It was called the Lance cam, where they had like Lance blowing in someone's ear, and then Drake and Lance blew in Paul George's ear. That was pretty funny.
It was so funny. I mean, Drake really like took down the walls and got on everybody's nerves, and he probably made a few enemies that night. You know, I don't know how cool he is with all those players he was making fun of, but it was pretty funny. The Lance cam was a funny one. We could use that. You know, you could use a Lance cam at every basketball game, in my opinion. Right. It was fun stuff. Again, that's my take on the ESPYs, but even though I hate on it, I still watched it, so I guess I'm just as guilty as everybody else is.
Yeah.
Armand, do we have any more sports on the...
Yeah, we do actually. Today, Rory McIlroy won the Open Championship. That's his 3rd major victory. His score was 17 under 271. So very impressive for him. He's also actually the 3rd youngest player in Masters to win 3 major championships. So congratulations to him. The only other people who have done so are Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods, one of the greatest golfers ever. So congrats to Rory McIlroy. I'm not much of a golf fan, but you know, we like to talk sports here, and we like to give everyone their credit when it is due. So congrats to you, Rory McIlroy.
Awesome. Good for him. And everybody knows about Tiger, and Tiger was not on his best during this tournament, as we have seen in the past few tournaments. Everybody cares about Tiger, but we need to accept the fact that Tiger is not who he used to be. Ever since that scandal, I feel like Tiger has been on the decline very fast. Yeah, for the amount of the tournament I watched, I saw Tiger make some terrible shots. It was just, It was not good play, Tiger, and I understand, it's hard to play golf, but you gotta do better than that because everybody knows who you are, and most people don't know any other golfers. But seems like that's a wrap on today. We're very slow with the sports this summer. We would love, now that we have our Facebook page, please comment with any suggestions, anything you want us to talk about. If you want to be on a guest, please let us know. We really want to start using this Facebook page and getting people to be interactive, so please do so. We appreciate y'all watching. What is this, episode 24? Nearing 25?
Yeah.
We're getting up there, guys. Wow, this is crazy. So please like the Facebook page. Let us know what you think. We want your input, and have a great week.